like it's brought everybody outdoors. So I really had a hard time finding a quiet place this late in the afternoon. So right now it's getting close to 4 o'clock. It's beautiful out. Sun's out. It's a bright, sunshiny day, but I couldn't find a place to film that was quiet. So finally I drove west and south and looked around my little spot here where I am and finally found this little spot, just because every other spot I went to seemed to have a challenge. So I just want to invite you to this practice today. It'll be a little bit of a quieter practice than the one at Peck Farm. Not according to the goose. Not a quieter practice, or according to the motorcycle that went by. So a quieter practice in that we're not going to be doing quite as much standing. So today is Sunday, as I said, again in keeping with me not knowing what day it is. I do know it's Sunday. I know that my friend Mike thought today was Saturday, but I know for sure today is Sunday. Not sure what day it is, date it is. But I want to welcome everybody to this practice. I want to also invite you to join in on my YouTube page, Greenleaf Yoga Studio on YouTube, and to subscribe. I'll be offering some special programs for the next 8 weeks, and I'm sure hoping you can join in on those subscriptions and get those wonderful offerings. Also, I'll still be on doing some Facebook filming, so keep an eye out for me on Facebook under Greenleaf Yoga Studio, and also under Pamela O'Brien, O''Brien. Okay, so we will begin. Bring yourself to a quiet sitting, however you'd like to sit. But however you're sitting, just keeping your body very upright and touching into this idea of body language. So that's kind of an older term, body language. But what it basically means is the way in which we hold our body affects how we feel. And how we feel is affected by how we carry ourselves. And so that's why I begin by saying sit, but sit upright. So just get that sense that your neck is relaxed, but it's lengthened. And your head is drawn right above your spinal column. You feel a very gentle connection through your sit bones to the ground or the floor. Take a moment to draw your shoulders up towards your ears. Just take a breath in and then exhale your shoulders down. Releasing stress and tension. We all know we're carrying it right now. So take your shoulders up again. And exhale them back and down. Inhale your shoulders up. Exhale your shoulders back and down. And again, we're breathing through the nose almost 99% of the time in yoga. I happen to be sitting, kneeling. However, feel free to sit with your hips elevated, the cushion, or a wedge-like cushion, or creating a wedge with blankets. Aligning now and just getting that sense of being upright, that body language that says to you, I'm alive, I'm energized, I'm open, and receiving. Now as you're ready, I invite you to take a breath in as you move your arms. Breath out as you lower your arms. Looking up. I happen to be looking up at a beautiful white oak, the state Illinois tree, and the blue sky. Breathing in. Looking up. Breathing out. Releasing. Now let's do some very simple seated seated postures. And because I'm sitting here and I'm not sitting on anything because I'm outdoor, it's really simple. You don't have to have yoga props. You can use anything you can find around your house. So for me, like I did in my first outdoor video, I used my jacket. So actually today I didn't want to lug a lot of stuff along with me. I already had my purse and the tripod. So I'm just going to use my jacket. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take this jacket and use it. So I'll take this jacket. If I get chilly, I'll go get my other jacket. So I'm just going to put that jacket, create like a wedge, elevate my hips. And now I'm going to invite you to stretch your legs out. Stretch the legs out. And pull back your toes. And again, you want to make sure that the low back is not compressed under. It doesn't feel like your tailbone is tucked underneath you. It doesn't feel like your front of pelvis. These edges of bones are pointed up and that you're collapsed, but you're sitting upright. So as you're doing so, now I'm going to invite you to draw in one knee. So this, if you're looking at me, this is your right leg. As you hug your shins, sitting tall, remember body language. Opens up the lungs as you lift up. Opens up your breathing, helps you to feel more awake, alive, in control, releasing the stress. And as you're breathing in and out, take 3 breaths like you're breathing up and down the spinal column. So feel the breath move from your abdomen to your solar plexus to your heart and chest. And then exhaling it down. Do that 3 times. And exhaling the breath down. And stretching out that leg. So coming to what we call staff or dandasana. The danda, a staff, a stick. So you're going to reach our hands either right beside the hips if our arms are long enough. Maybe our palms come to the ground. If not, we might have blocks or books. If our arms are longer, our arms are out further. Hear the nature back there. And now we're just going to bow. Don't even worry about how far you're able to fold. Just bowing, folding at the hip crease, lifting from the sit bones, drawing your belly in, and just bow. Feel your breath in the back of your body. From your belly to your back, you get that sense of your breath. And my geese friends are just really trying to get my attention. And raise your brow and your forehead and your nose coming up. And then we're going to draw that other heel in. So now this is your left side. And you're going to sit tall. And bring yourself, as Thich Nhat Hanh, the Buddhist meditation Zen master would say, to the here and the now. And as you're breathing in, if you're sitting outside, maybe feel the cool breeze across your skin. Maybe feel the warmth of the sun on your cheeks. As you breathe in and out, imagine now that breath goes up from abdomen, solar plexus to heart, all the way up, breathing in. And a long breath out. Remembering that those long exhalations help us to de-stress, to relax, and letting go. Stretch out that leg. And again, I'm elevated through my hips. Kind of finding I don't quite have enough. So I'm going to then fold forward, checking in here, and just bow, and I'm just going to bow forward in gratitude. Exhale, and feel that breath in your abdomen. You can keep your feet flexed. And again, if there's any back strain here, you just very gently come out of it. You can also engage Bring in the joy. Breathe in. This is a beautiful day. Hands down. And take a breath in. And let's come down. Just imagine that as your hands come down this next time, that you are pouring in goodness, sunlight, fresh air, appreciation. Like this is your funnel. Bring it in as you breathe and pour it through you. And as you're exhaling, saturate. Now gently, I invite you to come to sitting cross-legged. This might be a lot easier without hiking boots, so at some point I might have to take my hiking boots off. For now, I'm just going to come to sit, and because I can tell that there's a little bit of a hill here, and so my hips are going downhill, and I really need to elevate my hips higher than they are right now. So what I'm going to do is grab my prop, since my prop girl is not here to do it myself. So let me grab this prop called a jacket. And so now again, I'm just going to use my jacket with my other jacket to elevate my hips. See if I can manage to sit cross-legged in my Keen hiking boots, which is awesome. I got these boots in California a few years ago. Love them. My friend George, actually. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll sit, noticing which leg is in front. For you, this would be your right side if you're looking at me. We're going to take a breath in. Again, anyone who has a herniated disc will just visualize themselves twisting without twisting, because you don't want to twist with herniated discs or active herniated discs or bulging disc. You want to always twist from above your navel, shoulder plexus, your sternum, your chin lined up with your center of chest. Plant your back hand. If it doesn't reach the ground, use a book, a block, whatever you have, a stone, whatever's available now. Soften. Go inward and feel the openness across your chest. Maybe you find that you're short of breath these days. Maybe you find that you're breathing shallowly or your breath is choppy. That's okay. Just go to it. And many times throughout the day, just pause. Step away from your phone, step away from your computer, your FaceTiming, your Zooming, all this stuff. Just step away. Now, so let's take 3 breaths. In and out, all the way up, like the breath is filling you up. Present moment awareness, present moment. You say to yourself as you breathe in, exhale is wonderful moment. Draw arms up, take a breath in, and exhale, lengthen out of the low back, twisting from above the navel, rotating gently now to your left. Open across the collarbones. Breathe. One thing I've really noticed is the quiet outdoors these days. So this is something we can really find solace in and some comfort in the moments where our mind is just spinning, and it's like a Tasmanian devil, almost like spiraling and spinning. Just go to that quiet moment now as you breathe. 3 breaths here. Enjoying the pauses between thoughts and breaths. Exhale. Lower the arms. Extend your legs. Pull back your hamstrings and your sit bones. Readjust. Inhale, looking up. Think of what it is and who it is you appreciate, and fold down. Keep your legs active by drawing your toes in. Gentle bend from your sit bones lifting up and out from under you. Drawing the navel to spine. Breathe. Broadening across the collarbones. Pour out. The exhalation. Pour out thoughts of devastation. Pour out those thoughts that drag you to the future. Bring yourself back. And coming back up as you breathe in. Change the cross of your legs. Now again, I'm sitting with one leg in front of the other. You don't have to sit like that. You can sit in Sukhasana, which is just like you sat when you're probably in kindergarten. Just crisscross applesauce kind of thing. But you do want to elevate your hips so that the knees drop lower. You can also just bring one of those feet in, sitting like so. Whatever feels best to you. Now we're going to serve. Going a few times round and feeling the body's reaction. Remember, the body's language is sensation. Around the other direction. You can kind of hear my scoliosis curve clicking a little. So that reminds me that before we twist to your right this time, I just want to mention, because I'm a therapeutic teacher, I want to mention that if you do have scoliosis, it's helpful if you have a thoracic curvature of your spine, even a lumbar curvature, doesn't matter. So if you want to favor twisting toward the convex curve. So concave is just like it sounds, it caves in. Convex goes out, so you want to favor. So if my concave, I have a thoracic, which means upper to middle back, curvature right, I want to favor twisting to my right. Okay, I might do this twice compared to maybe I'll do the other one once. And you can stop and pause the recording. So just a mention of that, those with scoliosis, if you do have scoliosis, you want to favor, meaning you might even do twice on this side going towards the convex curve and only once on the other side. We're only going to do one on each side for those that don't have scoliosis. Here we go. Now we're going to twist right. Take a breath, breathing, and look up, because things are looking up, and they will continue to look up. Things will get better. Bringing the hands down. Now as we exhale, I'm going to twist upper belly, solar plexus, twisting. Try not to get ahead of yourself with that head and drag yourself around, but instead lengthen and rotate up and out of the low back. This is such an awesome space here. I might not tell you where this is because you might want to, next thing you know, it might like be flooded. I'm kidding. Okay, and breathe. Root down through the right sit bone, left sit bone. Grow out of the earth, grow out of stability. Just like the oak trees around me, grow out of that strength. Think of these trees. These trees have been here for at least 100, 150, maybe some of these 200 years. I'm guessing these are a little bit smaller, maybe 150-year-old oak trees. They have been here. They've weathered the storms of this world. Just like we will weather these storms if we are rooted, as Thich Nhat Hanh says. So breathe, taking our awareness out of the head where the spinning out is. Bring yourself down to your roots, down to your core, to the trunk where you are solid now as you breathe. 3 cycles of breath here. Relax your thighs, your jaw. Breathing up and down that spine. Breathe it up. Now release. Back arm and exhale. Now we'll go ahead and stretch out. For you, this is your left leg. Teacher Dr. Gil Solberg, I like the way he described this. We could do a posture where both legs are stretched out and we're doing like a forward bend. But he calls this kind of thing where we're doing one leg at a time, one leg's bent. He calls this divide and conquer, which often makes a posture easier. So here, this particular posture, we're just going to do a little bit of a side bend, but we're going to lift up and then we're going to fold to the side. To your left. Now notice my head. I don't want my head to drop down like this. I want to keep my head up. I might extend my arm. I might look up. I turn my palm forward towards the camera. I bring my arm up here if I'm a little bit more comfortable with that, or advanced, or flexible. And then I'm going to exhale. Tighten the belly. Extend your left leg. Take your right leg. Take your left leg in. If you're looking at me, we're going to lengthen up. Just doing a simple side bend. Breathing in. Good for the back. Tipping or sliding that hand out. I am not afraid of geese. So here I'm looking forward, breathe. I figure, how can I be afraid of a goose? I'm way bigger. And I don't think they have teeth. And breathe. Take this arm out if I choose to. Forward. And embrace that tenet of courage, of truthfulness, the courage that comes with effort. And this is really a time of not pulling the covers over our head, but actually rising to the occasion of what's happening around us and being courageous in our own little way and big way. So there's lots of small and large ways in which we can be courageous every day. Just taking care of your family and yourself, being safe, doing your practice, lifting up and out of that low back, and then I'm going to fold, draw the belly in, bring that leg in. Now I'm going to come to all fours. Here's my twig, and as I come to all fours, sure hoping I'm still in the frame of the camera lens, I'm going to just very gently fold as we did in the previous video. Bow, fold at the hip. As I inhale, I glide forward right from the base of my sternum. I exhale back. Inhale, glide forward. Repeat this 5 times. Fold halfway or so back. Unfold like body origami. Empty out all the breath as you're exhaling back. Draw your belly in. So as you're folding back, make sure that you are pulling in your abdominal muscles, helping to calm the nervous system. Engage the parasympathetic response, the rest, restore response as you exhale. Inhale forward. Good. Then let's come back to sitting. Once again, I'm going to readjust. If you have cushions, this might be a bit easier than what I'm working with here. Okay, but we have to be very ingenious these days. So it's fun to do this outside. It's fun to take a bike ride, and then wherever you're at, just if there's a quiet spot, no one's around, especially a spot in nature, go and just do yoga beside a pond, in a clearing, next to the woods, a river, wherever you can find some peace. Now we'll go ahead and we'll go forward here. So now I'm going to take the sole of my foot, and for a lot of folks it's really common for them to not be so comfortable, to find that while they're in this position the knee is not really dropped and the left thigh is not fully externally rotated, meaning going out like this, and dropped and abducted. So when that's the case, what you really need to do is wedge that leg, okay? Could be just blanket between the floor and your leg. Okay, so now I'm going to keep this leg forward. It's very important in this posture that both hips are pointed forward, and this is a common mistake, and it can be something that later on causes imbalance for those people that continue to practice in an imbalanced way, which is common in yoga, that folks, if they have poor instruction or there's no one watching them, sometimes they have these little types of, I won't even call it an injury, but it's something that you repeat and you repeat again, and then it causes a problem later. So I just want to make sure both of the ASIS bones, you can't really imagine where these bony edges are, and we're going to fold. Now you're going to notice for some of us, we cannot go that far, so don't worry about it. So here we're just going to keep this leg active. You're going to notice maybe this leg is tight. And this whole series we're doing so far is a lot of forward bending, which is calming. We'll do a couple of things that are grounding as well. And the twists bring us inward to where we draw and collect up our energy rather than letting all that energy be wasted on worry and just, rumination and arguments and all that kind of stuff. That's a waste, waste, waste. So when we twist, we bring it in and we go to our core and we feel solid like the tree. So here now we'll go into our forward bend as we're exhaling. Relax. Feel across your upper back and collarbones, and now inhale up like a cobra. And exhale again, and let's reach back a little further to open across the collarbones. Now roll your shoulders back even further. You're going to inhale up. Again, these postures are calming. And if you hold them a little bit longer, you're going to find that it's even more calming to your autonomic nervous system. And you can stretch your other leg out and bring the opposite foot in. And as you do that, you're going to elevate your hips again. Because again, this is so important. It's such a common, something that people often overlook and don't think is important, but it's super important. So as you're sitting, are the ASIS bones, the bony edges, the front of the pelvis that look like two headlights, are they pointed forward? Are they pointed up because you're tight here posteriorly in your hamstrings, or you're tight here in your quadratus lumborum muscles or your paraspinals? If that's the case, you're going to find that that's hard. So you've got to really elevate those hips and pull back, okay? And sometimes you need to even bend this knee. Put a blanket here, okay? Put a blanket here. Don't be too proud. It's ridiculous. Let it go. Let go of your ego. When you do those kind of things, it's just ego. You're going to open up, roll open, and exhale, fold. Pull this hip. This is one thing I didn't mention that's very important. Both hips, both ASIS bones are pointed forward. This is the common mistake I forgot to mention, that a lot of people will go forward, forget to let this one come along for the ride, and it hangs back and it kind of tweaks and misaligns the sacroiliac joint. So we're going to fold. And then here we're going to say the sound. Just like the letter. Take a breath. And pulling in the belly to support the spine. If it hurts, again, don't do it. Listen to your body. This is key. Do not ignore. This is the point here is not no pain, no gain. The point here is listen to your body's language. The body is wise and it will tell you when something is wrong, if it's very unhealthy for you. So coming up, breathing in. So now we'll try this. Stretch both legs out. Take arms up, breathe in. Arms come back behind you. Roll those shoulder blades back. Coming up, lift your forehead, nose, chin, chest. Look up. Pour in the sunshine. Pour in the goodness of this day, this moment. Now we're going to come to our abdomen. But before we do that, we're going to do a little bit of back limbering. So from here, we're going to have our wrists below our armpits and knees below our hips. And again, if your forehead doesn't reach, you put a block there. You don't force your head down. Your head stays in line with your spine. So if you find that you have to push your head down, you need a prop there. You need a book. You need something at the edge of your brow. If your hips don't go down, same thing. Put a blanket there underneath your hips. Lower your arms, lower your forehead. Now I'm going to come up very gently, not a deep, huge arc, but a very gentle vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, lift, forehead, the nose, the sinuses. Exhale, rounding, push the ground away. Inhale, open, breathe into the belly, up to the heart and chest. Exhale. Repeat on your own here 5 more times. Now what we'll do, for those of you that do not have any back pain with extension in your spine, you can do this posture. Again, if you have a knowing or a teacher has told you or I've told you not to do extension, or you know for yourself that it's not positive for you, then you're in charge. This is your practice. So here, one suggestion for doing low back extension. This is a very low cobra. And when I say cobra, a lot of folks immediately start to think of using their hands to push up really high. That's not the kind of cobra I'm talking about here. So this cobra, got that blanket underneath my hips, and I'm going to ground through my hips and thighs, bring my legs together, draw my shoulders down and away from my ears, ground through my pelvis, bring my legs down, tops of the feet, and then as I inhale, coming up, I'm going to hold here, not hold my breath, but hold for 6 breaths. Try not to over tighten the buttocks, the gluteal muscles. Feel yourself rising and falling with the breath. And feel yourself becoming more grounded, stronger, creating ojas, as the Ayurvedic would refer to the energy, this positive life force that we're building. And then exhale down. I'm going to lengthen my right leg and lift. Ground through the pelvis, right and left side, and exhale, lower, chest, face, thigh. I'm going to lengthen my left leg and lift as I breathe in. I can also reach my arms back to soften my shoulders. Keep the pelvis on the ground, breathe. You're building strength in your back. You're building vitality in the whole system. Also also, you're proving yourself. You can do this. And as you exhale, lower, building confidence. You're gonna come up here. You're gonna step forward. Now, two options. I'm gonna curl my toes under, bend my knees, which often you don't hear about bending the knees, but bend the knees. Relax the head. Come up. Push evenly through right and left hand, and then come down. Another way to do this, another option for everyone is, instead of Adho Mukha Savasana or modified downward dog that we just did, actually downward dog, we would do modified downward dog. So here. So I roll open through my arms, to roll open externally through my humerus bones, open across my chest, and I'm drawing my belly in to give that nice support to my lumbar spine. Then you lengthen, which lengthening is very good for folks with, just again, scoliosis. So as you're resting, but it's not a passive resting, it's an active resting. You're breathing, so it's forward bending, calming, but you're really bringing that breath up and down your sides, up into the top lobes of the lung. You're energizing yourself. You're giving yourself that deeper breath that we're all missing right now because things are stressful. So we need to go to that calm, long breath. Another option. Hands together in prayer position behind the back of the head, at the back of the head. Now, if you like, from that position, if you don't have a shoulder injury, if you have a shoulder injury, this position doesn't work for you. You sit it out, you take a break. For now, if you're able to stay in this position, we'll do a couple more postures. And this is our quarter downward dog where one arm is extended. I'll turn forward for this. I'm really hoping you can see me here. And so for this, I'm going to bend this will be, if you're looking at me, this is your right arm, this is your left arm. Hands are ahead of the shoulders, I extend that arm. Bring my head not onto the forearm, but my head's here, behind it, like that. Again, if you have a shoulder injury, this is not the posture for you. Okay? Now another option, turn your left palm inward towards the midline of your body and breathe. You can also, if it's comfortable, you can turn your head downward dog here. Turning my head this direction now. Push into the elbows to open across your shoulders and your deltoid muscles. The shoulder caps and shoulder blades of the scapula. Come back to a most comfortable, whether it's kneeling with a block under your buttocks, cushion, whether it's sitting cross-legged with your hips elevated from the back in a wedge-shaped type of blanket or cushion, or sitting in a chair. Females, you cup the right hand on top of the left, men, the left hand on top of the right, and now gently relax as you quiet. Closing your eyes. Floating your head above your spine. Relaxing rather than lurching forward, but letting yourself, your body language, be in the present. Even our body language can feel like it's taking us out of the present moment, like it's moving forward rather or retreating back. So can you feel your body and notice, is your body, is it in the present or is it moving forward? And then just let your head bobble. Just imagine those little bobbly toys that they used to have. Little bobble toys. They still have them, but they used to put them in the back of the car windows, bunches. Now let out a long exhalation. Take another breath in, and this time breathe in joy. Think and feel joy as you bring your hand to the center of your chest, your heart center. Broadening your awareness to notice both in and out breath. As you relax, release, settling back into the chair, or if you choose, sitting on the floor or the ground. Notice your breath now and let go of the breath and any control over the breath. Just begin to observe that one breath comes in so easily, and that the next breath goes out so easily. It's like you're just being carried. It's like you're on a swing, swung back and forth, or it's as though this breath is like a wave. Flowing in and out to sea, back to shore. Now if you feel more comfortable, lie down. Lie down on your back and make sure you elevate your knees to ease your low back, or if you like, even put your calves on the back of a chair seat. Make sure that your head and neck are supported by a blanket or cushion. And most importantly, make sure it's a quiet, private space. And you're warm enough to bring a blanket over. You might place that blanket over yourself now. Now let go of the weight of your body. Go the weight of your head and the weight of your arms. Just like your body is dissolving. Just like the ice on a spring day is melting. All the way down through your chest, the abdomen is melting. So the spring will come as your stuckness and the frozenness of any fear is melting away through your shoulders and arms, and melting through your mind, skull, neck, melting the winter freeze. The frozenness of fear dissolving as it starts to break through, like a spring has opened in you, like a spring thaw now as your arms down to your feet and toes. And as that happens, I want you now to let go. Let go of controlling. And see if you can physically release and let go into the arms of the earth that might be holding you if you're outdoors, or gravity if you might be just indoors. Trust all is well. And then just see in your mind's eye that this stream of life is flowing through you, and that the change has come, and that this frozenness is dissolved and melted. And see yourself now like the stream, like the many billions and bazillions of droplets of water being carried by this current of this beautiful stream, that you are together and one with all others, and that we are all carried, and we are all part of this stream that you now feel as you let go and trust. Feel the breath. In the same way that you trust that you'll have your next breath, you're now able to trust that this too, this difficult time will pass. And you notice now the many, many present beautiful moments. May you be peaceful as you journey into your week. May you be free and liberated of your fears. May you find joy this week in the many precious joys that surround you. May you laugh, and may you find wisdom to take action in a positive way for yourself and others. We are one. Peace. Renewed breath of inspiration now, and a renewed hope as you take a deep breath in, stretching out, reaching up. Om, which means Om, the sound of all of life, peace.